bringing the people behind our food to life.
Our salad bowls are used by people with, especially in this city, they have only balconies or a small deck on their house. Well, these work good where they can't grow a garden. It's called container gardening. And they can make a continuous harvest of this, and it will rejuvenate itself, and it's easy to care for. And they can also add other things like tomatoes later on and things like that and they can reuse the pot to plant fall crops in it. When you harvest the mature leaf, there's a little small one coming right there. See the little tiny leaves? And within that'll keep growing. That's why you don't want to just cut it off like you shear it off. You want to harvest each leaf. We've had people use them clear up till June and July.
This here is a bowl that lets the water out. That's one thing you need. And you need to start with good potting soil. You can't just use the soil out of the ground because that would turn into concrete. So it needs to be good potting soil. And what I'm doing is I like to make a pattern to mine. So I start with, this is the butter crunch that makes a head. So I put those in the back and I just put 2 of those in there. And if they're root bound, I spread the roots, but these aren't. They're still young plants. And you can do any size. You can do smaller plants or larger plants. So if they're younger plants, you gotta learn to leave more room, more space in them, they will get bigger. Because the time I'm done this whole thing is gonna be full in 2 weeks. And then I'll put, this is a loose leaf lettuce, and it's called oakleaf. And I like to put 4 in the back then. We start them out as seed, and then we transfer them to the 4-packs. And then after they get big enough, I'll take them and transfer them to the bowls. The design is 2 butter crunch in the back, and then 4 oak leaf. And then I like to have my dirt just where it's still this far from the top because it leaves room for the water to sit there and it can soak in. Otherwise, it'd be running off and your plants wouldn't be irrigated. Right, and then red fire, and it gives it pretty red color. So I put 5 of those in the middle. And with all plants, you want to plant them right at the surface of the plant, except for tomatoes can be planted deeper. And then I'll put, this is called salad bowl lettuce. I used to put 4 of those in. And I'm just wearing the gloves. It keeps my hands clean. Otherwise, all that dirt is in my fingernails. And then I go with Swiss chard. And Swiss chard is something that grows well with the lettuce. Then some of the Swiss chard has different colors to it. So I like to put a different color in it. Then I usually fill in with 2 more red fire. And then in 2 weeks, this is all going to be grown up and just full. The biggest thing that people notice, in the spring when we start up are the lettuce bowls. And one lady last week was buying a bunch of lettuce so she can make her own lettuce bowls. That was a neat idea. So everybody thinks that they're a neat idea and that they're pretty.